Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm an attorney with Goldman and Associates. And a lot of the discussions that we have focus on the substance of divorce cases, particularly the substance of custody cases. Today I'd like to talk about how do you survive the complexity of a custody case? How do you survive the battle? Because at the end of the day, when it's all over, eventually the lawyers, the courtrooms, the judges, they're going to be out of your life. And then, like the marriage, it's you and that guy again. Now you're not married, but you're still parents, which means you still have the parental issues. Irrespective of whether you got custody or he got custody, you still have to deal with those issues. There's a challenge associated with that, because the question is, if you've spent the last year and a half horribilizing the other person, and now you're in a situation where you have to get along with that person for the next 14 years until the children reach age of majority, how do you do it? Well, it is my feeling that the best way to do that is to start that relationship during the divorce. If you are able to assert your position in a way that is preserving of the relationship, that's going to help you a lot in the long run. You've got to realize that when it's all over, you're going to have to live with that person as the other parent. So you've got to tailor-make your custody battle to reach that goal. If you have any notion that you're going to have some sort of semblance of a relationship so that you'll be able to work with the other person, you better make sure that during the custody battle, you don't take steps to horribilize and alienate that person to the point where they won't even talk to you. Because if that happens, you will never be able to survive in the post-divorce custodial environment. You know, I have people who call me up and they'll say, "Oh, I want to get a real shark. You know, I'm looking for a lawyer who's a real shark." Ladies, gentlemen, you want a shark? Go to an aquarium. That's not what this is about. You don't want a shark. Here's what you want. You want to figure out what the post-divorce relationship between you and your husband should look like. You want to figure out what that relationship is, and then you want to get attorneys who share that vision. Okay? Because if they share that vision with you, they'll take steps to make sure that that's what happens at the end of the day. And if they don't share their vision with you, if their vision is to tear the other person apart and your vision is to survive with that person, you've got an inconsistency and you will not survive it. If you're in that scenario, get another lawyer. Remember, it's not about tearing the other person apart. It's about surviving in the post-judgment custody world with the other person's parent. Remember one thing. That kid that you have is half yours and half his. It's made up of half of you and half of him. So when you spend your days insulting him, the father, you're insulting half your child. When you call the father an idiot, you're calling your child an idiot. When you're saying the mother's a horrible person, you're calling your child a horrible person. Don't do this. This is not going to help you. You're going to get divorced, you're going to have custody of your children, and your goal should be to work with the other person in some way so that you can have a healthy relationship so the child will adjust to the new environment. Now you may say, it's not possible, he's a horrible person. It's not possible. She's a felon and a crook, and she's a terrible, terrible role model. It's just not possible. You know what? Sometimes it's not possible. I understand that. But in most cases, having run our firm for 34 years, in most cases that I've seen, it is possible to work it out. It is possible. Those are decent people at the end of the day. There's a reason why you got married. You saw something of value in that person. Try to find it again in the post-judgment of divorce era so that you can work with them to a healthy custodial situation for your children. If you have any questions about that, reach out to us. If you found this helpful, please like and share.